Jessii Vee. So I am so excited for this new series. Do you guys remember it was, I think a few months ago, I started a series called Everybody Has a Story. And the very first episode of this new series was my mom telling her story about her boyfriend who abused her. And that was a very informative story. A lot of you guys got so much out of that and learned from that and took her advice, and it was a really great video. But for some reason, I think my busy life got in the way. I never continued that series like I intended to. So because it is a new year, it is 2019, I'm going to continue this series. So today is episode 2, and it is about my cousin's story with his pretty severe car crash that he's gonna talk to you guys about. Now, for the beginning of this series, I would like it to be all of my really close friends and my family members talking about really impactful things that have happened in their life, because I have told so many stories from my life, and I have people around me who have the same really crazy informative stories that they could tell you. And I do this because so many of these stories are really relatable for you guys, and maybe some things that I haven't gone through, one of my family members have gone through, or my friends have gone through, that could help you guys a lot more. So I want this series to sort of be like documentary style, and I'm still really experimenting with how I want to do this. So the first couple months of me doing these videos is really going to be me trying out different techniques and different ways of showing you guys these stories. So for example, in today's video, my cousin Luke is telling his story and he's the only one on camera. But maybe I want to venture off and do it in a way that I am sitting with the person on camera and interviewing them in front of the camera. I don't really know how I want to go about this yet. It's sort of experimental right now. So definitely comment down below on what you like about what I'm doing right now, and I'll try and continue with that. But yeah, this is really exciting, and I'd love to post once a week for Everybody Has a Story, but because we're just starting up, it might be every other week. We're gonna have to see how it goes at the start. And then once all of my family and friends have told their story, I would love to go to you guys and have you guys tell your story. That's gonna be down the line, but I'll definitely update you guys on when I'm gonna move on to my subscriber stories and like in-person stories, like you behind the camera telling your impactful story. So I really hope you guys love this series, and as I said, today's video is going to be my cousin Luke who's telling his car accident story. And I know that car accidents happen all the time, and that's why I think it's important for him to tell this story, because there could be so many viewers watching right now that have been through a car accident or have known someone that's been in one and can relate to this and can sympathize with this. Because stories don't always have to be like a rare, crazy case. They could also be something that happens very often. I think you guys will really like my cousin Luke. He's a goofy guy. He makes a lot of jokes, as you'll see in this video. And yeah, he's just awesome. So I hope you guys enjoy episode 2 of this series, and yeah, enjoy!
Hi, my name's Luke. I'm Jessie's cousin, #1 cousin. I'm a computer science major, so coding, all that. I'm obviously a nerd based on my anime shirt. I'm 23 years old, so no fangirls, please. I just can't. So I'm here today to tell you about how I got into a car accident last year. It was during my co-op in March. I was working for a company called Shop Eddie's, doing essentially everything. So they sell outdoor appliances online and stuff. So one day after work, I'm traveling back to my hometown. I'm driving through country roads because that's the fastest way because of all the traffic. And I'm approaching a light. On the opposite side of the light is the other driver, and she thinks she has enough time to make a left turn cutting across from me. So essentially I'm going this way and the driver is approaching and makes a left. She does not have enough time to make it, and I unfortunately hit her. It was definitely scary, because honestly it took about a full minute to make me realize that I was in an accident. I actually can't remember the last 5 minutes of me driving because of that. I do remember definitely seeing the green light, but like everything else before that is gone. I immediately smell gas and the car is running still on, and I'm freaking out like what happened, what's going on, because you got this adrenaline pumping through you. I need to make sure I'm not bleeding anywhere, or can I move? And I'm like, yes. So I got out and checked on the other driver. She was a 92-year-old woman. I asked her if she's okay and she was no, and so I immediately go for my phone, get my bag out of the car, because literally the smell of gas and realizing what's going on makes me think, oh my god, my car could blow up. So I grab the bare essentials and I start calling 911, but I'm not hearing anyone on the other line. It then occurs to me after about 3 times trying that my Bluetooth is still hooked up to the car, and I have to actually go back into the car with more gas leaked out and still running and turn it off and try to contact 911. By this time, more people are around. Like, it was a busy intersection, but like a simple light, and other people are going around and making sure she's okay, making sure I was okay. So I had to go back into that car, and I'm like, okay, I gotta hurry. I was terrified that I was gonna die in an explosion while in this car. So I'm trying to take out my key, but it's stuck. So I had to like turn it off, but I couldn't take the key out. So I just left it in there. 911 was on their way. The cops arrived and were taking statements, and by this time I was off by the side and I was just trying to remember everything. There are witnesses saying that she pulled out and hit me and all that. The ambulances arrived. Apparently she had a broken hip and they took her to the hospital. She's okay, she's alive. At the time I was worried about her. I felt bad. I hoped she was okay. My main concern was, am I okay? Am I nothing broken? Because again, blood rushing. This wasn't my car. This was my parents' car, which they bought for me, my brother, and my sister to share. So it's the kids' car. And you know, it's the fact that I got in a car accident and I'm just worrying what's happening, and I hope that she's okay, but it wasn't my fault. I'm looking at my car, I'm like, yeah, that is gone. I call my parents. The first thing I do is I call my mom and I tell her I was in a car accident, and I tell her I'm fine. And I think I mentioned like, yeah, the car's like gone, it's like totaled, and she's all worried and she's very sad, and you know, I feel bad. My parents checked me more than the paramedics, and as you can see, I had some bruises and stuff. The next day, I'm on my computer or watching TV, and my head is hurting. Like, looking at screens was hurting a lot. So essentially tell my mom this, and she takes me to the doctor, and she's like, yeah, you have a slight concussion, but I recovered without problems. But there were bruises from the seatbelt, because I was going about I was doing the speed limit, and when you hit a car, essentially the airbag takes the blunt force of that for you, but you know, you still got the seatbelt like jerking, feeling that pressure, so you're definitely going to be having marks. Anytime I approached a stoplight, I cringe, always panicking. I was happy that it was me rather than any of my family members or anyone else really, because what if that woman pulled out in front of a mom with a newborn baby in the back or something? With my accident, I've now come to believe that there has to be some sort of age where drivers need to do physical tests to be driving, because it's all about reacting. My advice to new drivers: essentially, when you're making a turn, you make sure it's clear. You gotta make sure it's 100% clear, because unfortunately she made a bad call. She couldn't react. She thought she had enough room. Maybe it was with her sight, maybe it was with her reacting time, maybe she didn't go fast enough. Unfortunately, it happened, but you always have to make sure it's clear. To those who are victims of more serious accidents, for what it's worth, my prayers go to you and your families, and I hope for the best in all of your recoveries. Thank you, Jess, for having me on your channel. I wish all of you the best, and thanks for listening.
Alright guys, so I really hope you enjoyed episode 2 of this series. As I said, I'm still experimenting on how I want it to be, but I'm super excited. And I think next time I might try and be in the footage as well and interviewing right in front of the camera so you guys can see me reacting to the person telling their story. Let me know what you think down below, and I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!